Fawlty Towers, 1975, remains one of the greatest British sitcoms of all time, known for its razor-sharp wit, unforgettable characters, and the chaotic brilliance of John Cleese's Basil Fawlty. Despite only running for 2 short seasons, its impact on comedy was immense, setting a gold standard for sitcom writing with its perfectly timed slapstick and biting humor. Decades later, the beloved cast has aged significantly, and time has taken its toll. Let's take a look at the Fawlty Towers cast then and now. Some are still with us, while others have sadly passed on. John Cleese as Basil Fawlty. John Cleese was born on October 27, 1939, in Weston-super-Mare, England. At 36, he took on the role of Basil Fawlty in Fawlty Towers, 1975, portraying a short-tempered, bumbling, yet hilariously sharp-witted hotel owner whose outbursts and biting sarcasm became legendary. Cleese not only delivered laughter through Basil's desperate attempts to maintain dignity amid chaos, but also turned the character into a British comedy icon. His brilliant performance earned him a BAFTA nomination for Best Actor in a Comedy Series, cementing his status in the entertainment industry. Beyond Fawlty Towers, Cleese left a lasting mark with Monty Python and the Holy Grail, 1975, Life of Brian, 1979, and A Fish Called Wanda, 1888, the latter earning him an Oscar nomination for Best Original Screenplay. His career spans decades as an actor, writer, and producer, shaping both British comedy and Hollywood. Beyond the spotlight, John Cleese's personal life has been eventful. He married 4 times, beginning with Fawlty Towers co-star and co-writer Connie Booth in 1968, with whom he had a daughter before divorcing in 1978. His later marriages, to Barbara Trentham, Alice Faye Eichelberger, and Jennifer Wade in 2012, show that he never shied away from love, though some divorces came at a hefty financial cost. As of 2025, Cleese is 85 and remains active in comedy, writing, and voice work, continuing to inspire new generations with his unrelenting creativity. Prunella Scales as Sybil Fawlty. Prunella Scales was born on June 22, 1932, in Sutton, Abinger, England. At 43, she brought Sybil Fawlty to life in Fawlty Towers, 1975, portraying Basil's sharp-witted, talkative wife with a piercing laugh and an iron grip on their chaotic hotel. Her performance perfectly balanced strictness with humor, making Sybil an essential part of the show's enduring charm. The tension-filled yet comedic dynamic between Sybil and Basil added to the series' timeless appeal. Beyond Fawlty Towers, Scales won audiences over as Sarah France in After Henry, appeared in Map and Lucia, and built a distinguished career in British theatre, solidifying her place in the entertainment industry. On the personal front, Prunella Scales has led a remarkable life filled with joy and challenges. She married actor Timothy West in 1963, a lasting union spanning over 6 decades and producing 2 sons, one of whom, Samuel West, followed in their acting footsteps. However, her later years were marked by struggles with Alzheimer's, diagnosed in 2014, which led to her retirement from acting. As of 2025, Scales is 92 and living peacefully with her family. Though she has stepped away from public life, her legacy in comedy remains deeply cherished. Sachs as Manuel. Sachs was born on April 7, 1930, in Berlin, Germany. At 45, he played Manuel in Fawlty Towers, 1975. The lovable but clumsy Spanish waiter whose signature line, "¿Qué?" and constant misunderstandings with Basil created some of the show's most iconic comedic moments. Sachs turned Manuel into one of the series' most beloved characters, blending innocence with chaotic energy to great effect. Outside of Fawlty Towers, he lent his voice to Dr. Dolittle, 1970, appeared in Are You Being Served, and enjoyed a long career in British television, film, and radio. Looking back on his life, Andrew Sachs experienced both joy and hardship. He married actress Melody Lang in 1960, a strong partnership that lasted a lifetime and brought them 3 children. However, in his later years, he battled vascular dementia, which gradually took a toll on his health. Sachs passed away on November 23, 2016, in London, England, at the age of 86, leaving behind a rich comedy legacy and fond memories for fans around the world. Connie Booth as Polly Sherman. Connie Booth was born on December 2, 1940, in Indianapolis, Indiana. At 35, she played Polly Sherman in Fawlty Towers, 1975, the intelligent, level-headed waitress who provided a rare sense of calm amid the hotel's chaos. Booth's charm and wit brought a perfect balance to the show, and as co-writer alongside John Cleese, she helped shape its sharp humor and brilliant storytelling. Before Fawlty Towers, she appeared in Monty Python's Flying Circus and other projects, but after the show, she gradually stepped away from the spotlight to pursue a different path. On the personal side, Connie Booth's life took some unexpected turns. She married John Cleese in 1968, and they had a daughter, Cynthia, before divorcing in 1978, shortly after completing Fawlty Towers. Later, she married theater critic John Lahr in 2000, a stable relationship that continues to this day. Stepping away from acting, Booth transitioned into a career as a psychotherapist, a move reflecting her desire for a more private life. As of 2025, Booth is 84, living quietly but leaving behind an indelible mark on British comedy. Ballard Berkeley as Major Gowan. Ballard Berkeley was born on August 6, 1904, in Margate, England. At 71, he portrayed Major Gowan in Fawlty Towers, 1975, an aging, dreamy, yet humorous ex-military officer whose rambling stories and obliviousness added a light-hearted charm to the chaos of the hotel. His performance brought a gentle but memorable humor, making him an indispensable part of the show's ensemble. Before this role, Berkeley had a long film career, appearing in The Saint, In Which We Serve, 1942, and numerous popular radio programs showcasing the depth of his experience as a veteran actor. Looking back at his life, Ballard Berkeley remained relatively private, focusing entirely on his career. He passed away on January 16, 1988, in London, England, at 83, leaving behind a legacy of humor and beloved performances in British entertainment history. Brian Hall as Terry. Brian Hall was born on November 20, 1937, in Brighton, England. At 42, he played Terry in Fawlty Towers, 1975, the tough but talented chef who provided a laid-back contrast to Basil's frantic energy in the show's second season. His role highlighted Hall's natural comedic ability, making Terry's calm demeanor a humorous counterpoint to the hotel's chaos. Beyond Fawlty Towers, he appeared in The Sweeney, Softly, and Break in the Sun, building a steady career in British television and film. When it comes to his personal life, Brian Hall kept a low profile. He was married and had a family. In his later years, he faced a tough battle with liver cancer, which took a heavy toll on his health. Hall passed away on September 17, 1997, in London, England, at 59, leaving behind a collection of memorable performances cherished by fans of British comedy. Nicky Henson as Mr. Johnson. Nicky Henson was born on May 12, 1945, in London, England. At 34, he took on the role of Mr. Johnson in Fawlty Towers, 1979, a charming yet rebellious guest in the episode The Psychiatrist, who drove Basil into a paranoid frenzy as he desperately tried to catch him sneaking women into his room. Henson's charisma and comedic energy left a lasting impression despite his brief appearance. His career extended far beyond this, with roles in EastEnders, Downton Abbey, Witchfinder General, 1968, and a thriving stage career. But Henson's life also had its share of personal ups and downs. He was married twice, first to actress Una Stubbs, 1969 to 1975, with whom he had 2 sons, and later to ballet dancer Marguerite Porter in 1986, with whom he had another son. In 2003, he was diagnosed with cancer, a battle he fought for nearly 2 decades while continuing to act for many years. Henson passed away on December 15, 2019, in London, England, at 74, leaving behind a rich career and fond memories in the entertainment industry. Geoffrey Palmer as Dr. Price. Geoffrey Palmer was born on June 4, 1927, in London, England. At 52, he played Dr. Price in Fawlty Towers, 1979, a stern and skeptical guest whose calm reactions to Basil's chaos added dry humor to a wildly eventful episode. This role was a highlight in his already distinguished career. Palmer became widely known for his leading roles in Butterflies and As Time Goes By alongside Judi Dench, as well as his performance in The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin, earning widespread admiration from British audiences. In his personal life, Geoffrey Palmer's journey was warm and steady. He married Sally Green in 1963, a lasting union of over 5 decades that brought them 2 children, including director Charles Palmer. In his later years, his health declined due to age, and he passed away on November 5, 2020, in Buckinghamshire, England, at 93, after a short illness. His career in comedy and television remains one of the most celebrated in British entertainment. Bernard Cribbins as Mr. Hutchinson. Bernard Cribbins was born on December 29, 1928, in Oldham, England. At 47, he played Mr. Hutchinson in Fawlty Towers, 1975, an arrogant spoon salesman who became the subject of a hilarious misunderstanding with Basil in the memorable episode The Hotel Inspectors. Despite his brief appearance, Cribbins's natural comedic talent shone through. He was also well known for his roles in Doctor Who, voicing the Wombles, and starring in The Railway Children, 1970, earning an OBE in 2011 for his contributions to the arts. Looking back on his life, Bernard Cribbins had a long and meaningful journey. He married Gillian McBarnett in 1955, a strong and lasting relationship that endured for nearly 7 decades until her passing in 2021. His health remained stable in his later years until age gradually slowed him down. Cribbins passed away on July 27, 2022, in England at 93, leaving behind a diverse and highly respected career in British entertainment. David Kelly as O'Reilly. David Kelly was born on July 11, 1929, in Dublin, Ireland. At 46, he played O'Reilly in Fawlty Towers, 1975. A self-assured yet hopelessly incompetent Irish builder who appeared in The Builders and Basil the Rat, driving Basil mad with his disastrous repair work. Kelly's portrayal brought a distinct Irish humor to the series, adding depth to the show's colorful characters. He was also known for his work in Robin's Nest, The Commitments, 1991, and Waking Ned Devine, 1998. The latter earning him a Screen Actors Guild Award nomination. Reflecting on his personal journey, David Kelly led a warm and fulfilling life. He married actress Laurie Morton in 1961, a lifelong partnership that brought them 2 children. In his later years, he faced a brief illness before passing away on February 12, 2012, in Dublin, Ireland, at 82. His career spanned both stage and screen, leaving behind a rich and beloved legacy. Bruce Boa as Mr. Harry Hamilton. Bruce Boa was born on July 10, 1930, in Calgary, Canada. At 49, he played Mr. Harry Hamilton in Fawlty Towers, 1979, a blunt American businessman who demanded a Waldorf salad in the episode of the same name, leading to one of the show's most iconic comedic clashes with Basil. Boa's performance brilliantly captured cultural differences, making his character unforgettable. He also appeared in The Empire Strikes Back, 1980, Octopussy, 1983, and Full Metal Jacket, 1987, establishing a diverse career in both British and Hollywood productions. Turning to his personal life, Bruce Boa had a notable journey with his family. He married Cherry Gillespie, and together they had 3 children. He continued acting into the early 2000s, but gradually stepped away as his health declined with age. Boa passed away on April 17, 2004, in Surrey, England, at 73 of natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of memorable film and television performances. Joan Sanderson as Mrs. Alice Richards. Joan Sanderson was born on November 24, 1912, in Bristol, England. At 67, she played Mrs. Alice Richards in Fawlty Towers. In 1979, a hard-of-hearing and demanding guest in the episode Communication Problems, delivering hilarious exchanges with Basil through her sharp comedic timing. This role showcased Sanderson's talent for drawing humor from sternness. She was also well known for Please Sir After Henry and The Great Muppet Caper, 1981, solidifying her status in British comedy and theater. In her personal life, Joan Sanderson had a noteworthy private life. She was married to actor Gregory Moseley, though they had no children. Her career spanned several decades, but age eventually slowed her down. Sanderson passed away on May 19, 1992, in Norwich, England, at the age of 79 of natural causes, leaving behind a rich legacy in the performing arts. Alan Cuthbertson as Colonel Hall. Alan Cuthbertson was born on April 7, 1920, in Perth, Australia. At 55, he took on the role of Colonel Hall in Fawlty Towers in 1975, a rigid military officer frustrated by Basil's incompetence in the episode The Germans, bringing humor through his strict demeanor. This performance was part of Cuthbertson's extensive career, which included roles in Where Eagles Dare, 1968, The Guns of Navarone, 1961, and Room at the Top, 1959, where he frequently played military men or authoritative figures. He continued acting until the late 1980s, but age eventually led him to step back. Cuthbertson passed away on February 8, 1988, in London, England, at the age of 67, leaving behind a distinguished career in British film and television. Steve Plytas as Kurt. Steve Plytas was born on January 9, 1913, in Istanbul, Turkey. At 62, he played Kurt in Fawlty Towers in 1975, a temperamental and drunken chef in the episode Gourmet Night, creating comedic chaos at the hotel with his high-energy performance. This role highlighted Plytas's talent for portraying distinctive European characters. He also appeared in Doctor Who, The Spy Who Loved Me, 1977, and The Saint, building a diverse career with many memorable supporting roles. He continued acting well into his later years, but gradually stepped away as he aged. Plytas passed away on December 27, 1994, in London, England, at the age of 81, leaving a unique mark on British entertainment. Though decades have passed since Fawlty Towers first aired, its legacy lives on, proving that great comedy never ages, even if its cast does. From unforgettable performances to timeless humor, the show remains a true classic. Which Fawlty Towers character was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic TV updates. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.